And good day, everybody. Welcome to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. We are currently doing a Confederate campaign. This is the 8th episode in the series right now. We had actually started it when the patch 1.03 came out. Greetings, Ashley. Welcome to the stream. Good seeing you here. I hope things are well over in Japan. And then the game has patched to 1.04. It looks like there's been a couple of hot fixes. I couldn't find any documentation of what the hot fixes addressed. I looked at their website. I'm sure there's some relevant information as far as that goes. If we want to, if there's anyone else new to the stream, we can take another quick look at what the 104 main changes are in the patch. Campaign AI improvements, including naval invasions, replacing commanders, smarter recruitment unit transfers between armies, changes to offensive and defensive behavior to improve chances of success. I've been playing a lot the past few days, but I haven't really pinpointed down exactly really great improvements in the campaign AI, although some people have reported that there are some good improvements. I'm wondering, because a lot of my current campaigns are started in older patches, if that the AI is having trouble adjusting with the new AI scripts, but time will tell. Battle AI improvements, including avoiding piecemeal attacks against strong positions, fallback behavior when defending an overwhelm. I do feel like I have to be much more detailed oriented in the battle. So, although the AI does seem still a bit of a pushover, my mistakes are punished a little bit more severely. I would say, if a battle ends before morale is broken, the losing army will withdraw instead of retreat in campaign map. Bugs, fixes, and balance improvements. So it's still in beta. Not officially released as far as the 104 patch goes. Alright, let's get started. We are actually in the final push of this campaign. The tactical AI does seem a little bit more crisper and cleaner. Their lines are formed. They're using the AI is handling their artillery a little bit better. I remember early versions, the AI artillery guns were just they would be in the lead elements, unsupported by infantry. Even when I find artillery unsupported by infantry, the AI seems to be able to quickly adjust and try to get infantry to support their artillery when I try to attack it. So even if I take their guns, a lot of times I'm punished a little bit more for it, because they are in the process of getting units to try to save their guns. I would say one of the things that, and it'll probably be a very hard thing to improve, but the overall strategic tactical situation probably needs to be tweaked up a little bit. All right, so we are March 14th, 1862. We are on the verge of pushing the Union national morale down to, we need to get it down to 25 to get the Union at the negotiating table. So we might be able to do this in this stream today. The plan last time was to, if we can take Columbus and then maybe even have to take Pittsburgh or Cleveland to seal the deal. Columbus is a nice rail hub to take, and we are threatening that position right now, as we have George Stewart's cavalry advancing on Columbus as we speak. There was one other thing of note that I wanted to point out. It wasn't there. Yeah, so we have the Ultima Ratio Division. That is in honor of Ashley Hyatt, who is a patron, and I do appreciate that. All patrons get to name a unit, or even I might even go in and change the file name to, if you want to name, we can maybe name some generals in the future after viewers. Feel free to in the campaign. Any viewers, if you want to name a unit, even if you're not a patron, if you want to leave a comment, we can always do that. Now, this campaign might be ending soon, but all patrons will get, I will name units in all the campaigns that we are doing for Grand Tactician. Greetings, Randall. How are you doing? Yep, we're the final countdown, the final push in the campaign. Try to quickly rehash some of the other things. So going west to east, looks like the Union's going to try to take back St. Louis, as James Hawes is in the Western Army guarding the St. Louis defenses with 17,000 men. First Corps Army of the Missouri with 19,000 men. We do have cavalry support. Although Hawes is attached to Lee, but is detached and independent of command, as Lee went to support our forces at Cairo under Price. So yeah, Price is attached to Lee. So Hawes, even though is independent in command, but supported by some cavalry under Gideon Pillow. We might have a couple battles though before we can finalize the campaign or declare victory. So Price's command is low ammunition, high officer casualties, so why don't we take a look at that too? He's got flying column 1. We can do ambulance corps as the perk, the second perk. Let's take a look at Price's corps, see what officer is hurt. Not seeing anyone. Yeah, we just did the perk. But yeah, that was correct. He was he had a perk to fill. Although that was the last battle, wasn't it? We defended Cairo, or pushed out the Union invaders at Cairo, and they are in retreat, as you see the red. I wish there should be that red throbbing icon on the zoom in map. I would like to see that fixed, because I have to zoom out to see the red indicator on the flags, but they do it in the tactical battle, so that would be something. This should be throbbing red to indicate that they're in retreat. So Lee might have to move north quickly, though, towards Franklin. So why don't we set orders up there? Oh, there must be other... Maybe it's a different corps that has wounded officers. Maybe under Colquitt. I mean, I could use the filter, but I'd rather do it this way. Okay, Henry Benning needs to be replaced. He is injured. Is he an artillery officer? No, he's commanding an infantry. find an infantry commander. Oh, we have a politician, Thomas Wall from Texas. It must be a Texas unit because they're giving me Texas politicians. I think Texas support is probably near 100, so I'd rather try to go with the better officer. Yeah, I do actually. I had that in my notes for another live stream. I was wondering, we can keep on doing Grand Tactician, or again, Grand Tactician is going to be a main part of my channel. But that said, I do want to broaden things out a little bit, not too much, because I think there's a lot of things still to cover in Grand Tactician, and the developers seem to be very engaged with improving their product. Now I'm going on a little tangent here, a positive tangent. I would really like the developers, if they can continue their support of this game and make it the premier Civil War game, they have hinted, and I've brought this up, that this game engine, in a more polished state, can be applied to other major conflicts, and it could be a very nice grand strategy alternative to some of the other bigger names out there. But that said, if there are other games you guys want me to, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Some of the games I have listed are some of your typical Paradox games. In the future, when Victoria 3 releases, I will do videos on Victoria 3. That's part of the plan. We can do Hoi 4, CK3 if people are. I was looking at Shadow Empire. I think that game looks really interesting. Any other grand strategy games, or even just war games. I know I've done a small series on Ultimate Admiral. So let me know what you guys think. Or if we want to keep on doing Grand Tactician, we can do a Union campaign live stream. I'm open for almost anything, to be perfectly honest. All right, did we replace Benning? Yeah, we did with, I think, Archibald Gracie. CK, yeah, I was thinking CK is nice because it's very role-playing-ish. And I had did some content on that in the early stages of the channel. I was thinking, yeah, CK3, CK3 live stream might be good. Yeah, can't wait for Victoria 3. I was thinking of doing a Victoria 2, some Victoria 2 videos, just to kind of get back in the feel of that thing, and even that would help the algo on YouTube kind of pick up on my channel being interested in Victoria and Paradox games. All right, so moving forward, let me know. Those are good. Any suggestions, just pop them in chat. I'll take note of them. Right now, I'm into Grand Tactician, so we could very well do the. I just saw another injured officer. We can. There's always a Union live stream campaign. Who was that general? That I could have swore I just clicked on a wounded general. I guess it's probably a little bit easier to filter them out. No. I got 3 wounded. John Gregg in Colquitt's Corps. McGowan in Blanchard's division. And Weisinger in Colquitt. So Colquitt's got quite a few officers injured. Okay, maybe we'll do when we finish this one up. Knock on wood. Hopefully, we'll plan on doing a Union live stream. All right, there's John Gregg. Henry Heath. You know what? I have not researched this question yet, but it was a question I had made a note about. Does anyone know if the size of your divisions affects, like, how large can a division be? So what, maybe we can take a look at the traits here. Legendary, everyone knows his name. I wonder if there's any side effects to a division being too big. I wonder if leadership would affect how the commander's ability to command large divisions. Well trusted with noticeable leadership skills is common sight seeing this officer think about rallying men. So they should have the tooltips here. It's in the manual what all the traits exactly do. Maybe administration. I think the administration part affects exactly how much they can, how well they are supplied, how efficiently they are supplied. Yeah, it was a question I meant to research before this. How large, is there any, I mean, this is a pretty large division under Coke. 11,000 men. Like 6 brigades there, plus artillery battalion. Is he more inefficient than Polk? But maybe some other, better leadership skills, you can command more troops. Road clutter, limited command radius. Okay, so right there, that's good. Very good point, Randall. About the, I wasn't even thinking in terms of radius, command radius on the tactical map. Because even 4 brigades with 1 artillery battalion, I don't think I would want to go much higher than that. But we can combine these guys down. Why don't we condense some of these brigades down? Then we can add some of we can spread the other brigades out in the divisions. You feel comfortable with 12,000 man divisions? Weisinger has to be replaced. Featherstone from Mississippi will assign a political general that will help Mississippi support, even though I'm sure Mississippi support is fine. They're not. Okay, then there we go. Alright, why don't we'll move over a brigade and attach it to Polk. Alright, that try to get full size brigades there, so that's part of it too, condensing down the brigades. That'll free up some better commanders too. Should do some of this more before the stream. So that cleans up Colquitt's corps a little bit more. All right, now we need to order Lee back north towards St. Louis. We'll do that. Hawes is already at St. Louis. He's suffering attrition right now. I don't know. The game's still paused, and we haven't even unpaused it yet. A lot of times these indicators go away. He's got a level 2. Yeah, he'll start drawing supplies from the depot there. That attrition, I would imagine that attrition icon will go away. Ultimate General, yeah, I've got that, so yeah, we could try that. Ultimate General, Civil War. Very good game. Alright, so why don't we order... Let's order Colquitt North. Oh, his readiness is too low right now. We are not going to move Price out with the rest of the army. He's going to stay near Cairo. We might reattach him to... Well, I was sent Hood over to... towards Cairo. Because that's a new army there. Army of East Tennessee. That's actually Hood's army. Yeah, Holmes is the only attached corps. Why don't we... Actually, we want to cancel Hood's orders to halt. So I want him to stay in western Kentucky since we're driving hard into Ohio. Yeah, Daniel Corps is quickly trying to make it to Cincinnati because we might have a battle here soon, although it looks like 2nd Corps of the Union Army is staying put. There's a 2nd Corps forming in western Pennsylvania while we just sit in Fortress Maryland, although we can probably sit tight in eastern Maryland along the Chesapeake. If we get, just by keeping Ewell and Johnston here and hold the large force guarding Philadelphia, that we can order Jackson west towards Pittsburgh. So I think that will be the plan. We'll try to get Jackson coming from the east towards Pittsburgh while Albert Sidney Johnston moves towards Columbus, and then we'll try to, if that doesn't seal the deal, we can push towards Cleveland or just eliminate the armies in question guarding in Ohio and western Pennsylvania. Try to take more forts and ports. Well, I'm wondering... Well, if we took Pittsburgh... Well, they have the advantage of the naval superiority. We have the coastal forts other than Pensacola. We have the port of Cincinnati. If we take Columbus, we can maybe try to eliminate this, beat back this 2nd Corps here, take the ironworks here at, what city is that? Chillicothe. Alright, why don't we fire this up? Alright, still suffering from winter movement. Do we have our policies in place? What policy are we researching currently? Oh, do we need to take a policy? Oh no, we're printing notes. That's right, printing notes because we're at B credit rating. All right, Crawford guarding Cincinnati. We are starting to stretch out a little bit there. He's also building a depot at Cincinnati. All right. George Stewart's Corps almost to Columbus. Kirby Smith. Condition is good. It looks like, and we're still drawing supplies. Still don't know why they keep the supply line indicator on off as the default setting. Oh, he's drawing from Dayton. Okay. Couldn't tell where he was drawing supplies from, but he's drawing from Dayton. Daniel will replace Crawford's Corps. Once Daniel gets there, we'll move Crawford out from Cincinnati to get in reinforcing distance to Kirby Smith. Let's start sending Jackson's army out now. Can we reinforce Jackson with any units? French is holding Fort Monroe. Maybe we can send a division from French to Jackson. Actually, he has all these brigades. Why don't we transfer men from French's Corps to Jackson? Army of Virginia. So Porterfield. So we can probably create a new division under Porterfield. Ooh, McIntosh. They assigned McIntosh. I kind of like it. Although McIntosh is more of a cavalry commander. I kind of like him as a general overall, no matter what he is commanding. So we'll transfer the entire division. That leaves Early with about 8,000 men to hold Fort Monroe, which should be sufficient. They will arrive at 6 days. So once they arrive, so we have a week, and then we'll move out with 43,000 men in western Pennsylvania. I think we have a lot of men to recruit. We have 32,000 men, so we can recruit a little bit more. What I was thinking is we can recruit directly to Beauregard, and if we still need to reinforce anyone, we can he can be busy training up the troops. So those would be a headquarter unit there. That does make his readiness low. Although he should be able to still move. Just realize Ewell is out of range. Maybe we shouldn't directly attach those brigades to Beauregard. Oh, Johnston. Actually, we'll attach him to Johnston. Johnston's corps looks small. We'll assign these men to Johnston. Oh, I hate that. Still a little cumbersome on the user interface at times. Gotta like click and hold. There we go. Click and hold, drag and drop. They assigned Jenkins as the division commander. He's got good fame. Rising Star from Virginia. There's also the attach. I'm going to leave these auto-assigned commanders for now. All right, so we'll wait until the reinforcements arrive on Porterfield. I'm wondering, too, maybe we should assign Jeb Stewart to Jackson's command. That way he could be the lead cavalry regiment to scout ahead. So I think we'll actually do that. So why don't we transfer Jeb Stewart to Jackson in the Army of the Virginia. So now Jackson has 55,000 men, not effective units yet. Still waiting for some reinforcements. We have although Jeb Stewart is not. His readiness is in the orange, unfortunately. But I think we can command him to march towards Hagerstown at least. Alright, so he'll join Jackson at Hagerstown. And we'll wait for... We've got to wait about 6 days for Porterfield's reinforcements to arrive, and then we will campaign into Central and be the Pittsburgh campaign. Jackson's Pittsburgh campaign. See any other developments out west? Looks like they're going to try to besiege St. Louis. Is Colquitt ready to move out? Colquitt is ready, so let's march him north. And then we'll move Lee's headquarters with Colquitt. Price will stay at Cairo. Let's hold Holmes there for a minute. Hood will actually move his headquarters to Hopkinsville. So he can move either east or west, wherever we would like Hood, if need be. For the CSA, let's see, if we wanted to build a railroad, it would take, so the Texas, Houston, Shreveport Railroad, actually 163 days is not that bad. The Cumberland one is 249 days. I think it's 198 days. It might be a good idea. Right now, I don't think I'm going to do it because I think we can win this war really soon. And I don't think we need to, and with our credit rating as B, I don't want to spend the resources on that. I'd rather just recruit and equip our men. Speaking of which, let's take a look at firearms. But yeah, I'm more, as the Union, I like to do more railroad building. If I run into CSA campaigns where the war is dragging on, I might reconsider that strategy. But yeah, I don't know if the railroads are worth it. I don't know if Roseannadanna joins the stream. That might be a good question for him because he has a good grasp of the overall economics of the game. And I know he had a campaign as the Confederates where he barely any casualties in the war. And we'll see if he used a lot of railroads as the Confederates to keep his economy going without to support his industries and everything. So that might be a good question. I haven't explored that too much. All right, so let's see what rifles we have available. Not a whole lot. I might actually. It looks like the Army of Tennessee or Kentucky. The Army of Kentucky has a lot of good weapons already. I think Jackson's army needs some better upgrades. So we're just going to actually click on Jackson and hit the upgrade button, and they'll divvy out the weapons as needed. So Pemberton gets the Springfield rifle musket. Claiborne's battalion gets the 3-inch ordnance. The Rensselaer rifle. So yeah, that was a big improvement to a lot of the units under Jackson. Although they're still holding muskets here in Greene's division. At least they're the Springfield muskets. 12-pounder and some better artillery. Alright, so we upgraded some weapons there. Corps Commander's perks are all filled out. Let's continue on. March 19th. On the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio. Still winter movement. Conditions are 37 degrees and clear, so kind of a cold March. Not yet, no early spring. Daniels is halfway to Cincinnati. George Stewart entering Columbus. Looks like a large army out in western Missouri. They really want. It looks like they're really eyeing up St. Louis. So at full strength, the Army of Missouri at 61,000. Now, we don't know if they are full strength. There's 2 more corps back here near Springfield. There's a second army. Army of Southwest Missouri. So they could have combined 100,000 men in Missouri. Wow. But they're only showing a total of 185,000 men fielded. That's one thing I would have liked to have seen the Union match us more on our army policies, because we went with several army policies right off the bat to get the edge in manpower in the early war. Ali has another perk. Field telegraph. Orders are sent via wire faster than couriers can ride, decreasing order delays. Let's do that. Let's order Hawes in a defensive stance. They're building a fort, though, on the wrong side. We should have been building more forts on the western side of St. Louis. Pillow, though, has joined Hawes in St. Louis. Colquitt did not march north, and for some reason is not marching north. Did he shrug off Lee's orders? It looks like he's finally moving. All right, here's an engagement. Where is this? Is this in... Is this near Elkton again? I think as the Confederate states, you can gain a huge... In the current state of the game, you can gain a huge advantage in manpower in the beginning of the war. Now, one test run I've had with I've been really playing around with manpower a lot. In one test run with manpower, as soon as I hit conscription as the Confederates, the Union matched me in their next policy, and they overtook the Confederates in manpower. And they went from, I hit like 500 to 600,000 fielded troops. That doesn't even include the reserves. They jumped to almost 900,000 fielded men. So that will be a video in the future I'm working on. I've been doing a lot of test runs. So we're going to record that one soon and then put it out there. Should be interesting. It'll be a different type of video than a straight up Let's Play campaign. But why don't we take care of this? We've got, looks like another battle at Elkton. So the Union not waiting around for us. But they are outnumbered. We outnumber them by 30,000 men. Use the order of battle panel to quickly see organization of your army, to find units by double-clicking the NATO symbols. We are on the defensive. Our scouts report the enemy is near Elkton, Maryland, and our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing an army of Pennsylvania under command of William Harney with a strength of 26,000 men and 42 guns. So this says 26,000 men. He's gaining reinforcements, though. Or fight a purely defensive CSA campaign. I was thinking, too, of maybe doing a divisional AI only tactical battles. So just assigning AI commands only to division commanders. So we could try doing that. The enemy army is green and morale is reported to be determined. Reports indicate their supply situation is outstanding. Yeah, less depots. So that would be less... It should be a less... Yeah, that should be a less strain on the economy. Unless, though, the Union is able to blockade you very well. The supply state of our army is outstanding. So there's a neutral objective. There's two neutral objectives that I think we're going to have to try to take. And we should be able to take them pretty easy and defend. So we can probably take this objective at Ward's Ridge. I don't see any other objectives. Johnston's Corps is expected to arrive in 9 hours. Hampton's division, 32 hours, though. But at least we have our largest corps on the field under Ewell. What were the estimated times of the Union? We don't have any idea of the Union. I did not double check that. So it might be a closer battle because Magruder's Corps is 32 hours away. We can do an Anaconda plan in reverse. Reverse Anaconda plan. Yeah, so I don't have any real idea of the Union estimated times the Union is going to arrive with their reinforcements. Sometimes it tells you what the estimated time on the Union reinforcements. Beauregard, all the deployment zones aren't attached. So Beauregard is, we can't even defend this right now. Interesting. We have 64 engineering points, though. We might have to try to... I think we'll be able to get here quickly and try to... So we can maybe defend on a north-south axis in front of these lakes. We got 14,000 men under Gregg, another 12 Beckham, Marmaduke. That's the cavalry. So why don't we have... Actually, let's put the cavalry over here. They can grab this objective and hold it. We can use Longstreet to reinforce it. So that'll be our right, center, left. So we'll put our left along the battlements are required. Yeah, we'll dig in, especially along Ward's Ridge. So they may... So we can do it this way if we want to try to feed the Union Army into this objective here, where we'll have Longstreet. We can't fortify it yet because it's not in our deploy. We have to get this. We're gonna have to get it on the march. But we'll use Marmaduke as the lead cavalry. See if we can't get there. But, oh, they're already there. Ha! Wow. They are already there. Beauregard's going to have to march over here. His headquarters was... Save engineering points for real-time battle. Well, yeah, we have to march forward anyways. Although we have some pretty good units here. What's up, Roseannadanna? I'll actually put them in battle line now. Well, now that we've actually spotted the Union, I think we'll throw Marmaduke on the left. This becomes a little bit of a different battle. Now, do we have another objective down here? No, we don't. That's good. So both objectives are in the north. We'll take that one. They get one right here. So I don't know if it turns into a meeting engagement. The Ultima... Now that's Hawes's core. So it won't, I don't think it'll be in this battle. Hawes is out west. Ultima ratio. The final word. The final word. Yeah, I like the definition of Ultima ratio. All right, so we got the swamp protecting, anchoring our right flank. We'll have to move these. We'll have to move these two divisions forward to gain access, better ground on the ridge. But they can also, we can also sit the reinforcements on the reverse side of the ridge. So this is a very good position, very defensible position. I'm going to throw some entrenchments here, though. One last check on these deployments. Best division in the center. Beckham's division might be a slightly better. Greg's division's not bad. Springfield rifle muskets. The weapons aren't. Yeah, model 17 rifle. Yeah, Beckham's division is probably a little bit better. But we're going to keep him right here. Yeah, Greg's division not bad, though. So this is a good... It's actually a good core. Yule's core is probably the most battle-hardened core in the army. Longstreet getting the worst weapons. Got a couple perks still to assign. I think we found them all. All right. All right, I think we can get this started. Now, we lost visual contact on the Union forces. Yeah, a lot of times as the battle goes on, I tend to let my units start running away from my commands. I'll catch it, but it might be a second or two to get them back within proper range. All right, why don't we secure our objective here? probably even move Nichols' guns forward. So now I'm wondering if we should even try to occupy in the tree line there. Well, we can throw skirmishers in there. We'll hold our reserves on the other side of the ridge line. We are actually going to detach Marmaduke. I wonder if we take the long way around or just have him... we'll have him hold tight for now. Do need to get Beauregard back to us. So Ward's Ridge is taken now. It's a meeting engagement because they took this victory objective here. We have the superior numbers. Although right now it's about even. They actually outnumber us as we wait for reinforcements. So let's see if they move forward. We'll throw our scouts over here. We're going to detach Tilghman and make sure that our flank and rear is not threatened at all. I can see the Union trying to march through the creek. Yeah, skirmishers up the road. I think I'm doing that. Am I not? I've got the skirmishers right here. We'll march them further down the road. Probably over here. We'll order the scouts too. These detachment. I feel like this is a good bottleneck. Now, I don't see the Union advancing, unfortunately. We have a minor defeat, so that actually spurs us on to the offensive, doesn't it? The initiative kind of goes to us. Ooh, I really like this defensive line. So we might have to attack from the left. You think the Union's coming through the woods? Yeah, no sign of the Union forces. They were here, and I would imagine if they were moving forward, they were either going to swing to their right or straight forward. There they are. Looks like they're sitting put. They're happy to defend their position right there. We could. Then you also have this lake in front of us. So Johnston with another, it's 8 hours away. So I would imagine this battle probably goes to day 2. Yeah, the cannon in the swamp. That would be, I should throw rains in the swamp right here. All right, let's see. Move the first 3 brigades there. Yeah, Ultima ratio. That is, you can thank Hyatt for that, Ashley for that. We are moving Beckham forward. We are going to move Greg forward as well. Swamp girls, swamp dogs. We can name a unit the swamp dogs. We'll see after this battle. There might be a swamp dog. Someone earning that name, the swamp dogs. Those are 10-pound parrot rifles. Soggy bottom boys. Beauregard is joining the fight. Oh boy. Soggy bottom boys. All right, looks like we will try to flank their position. But it's going to take a little bit of time, and we're going to be careful not to overextend ourselves or tire out our men. They look well rested still. If we get past these streams here, we'll be able to link up with Greg. At least this forested terrain gives us some cover as we approach. Ah, nope. Halt those guns. We do not want them splashing in the water. Can you order them to stop? There we go. Ah. So out of range. Yeah, they're just going to defend that victory objective. I feel like there's another division somewhere, though. All right, inching forward. All right, well rested, so Beckham's division seems to be in good condition. Probably should have skirmishers out in the woods. What's the tale from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I don't think I was paying attention. My apologies. So approaching 11 in the morning. No sign. I feel like there are more. Oh, we've got the Union on the move, though. We've made our presence known, and that has spurred them into some sort of action. Homer's Odyssey. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? They use the Odyssey as the... That's kind of interesting. Looks like they noticed that we might be approaching them from their right. Keep long firing lines, few gaps in reserve. Although they do have the advantage of this terrain on their right. I love all the movies that are adapted from Akira Kurosawa movies that are adapted from, I think a lot of them adapted from Shakespeare. What's the Bruce Willis movie where he's in a border town in the 1900s, and that's adapted from a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western that's adapted from a Akira Kurosawa movie, like The Last Samurai or something like that. They're all, if you watch all three movies in order, it's all the same movie. And they're all good too. That's the thing. It's the same movie done over and over, but they're all good. You're right. You do have to think a little bit more with the new AI. Which, I guess that's going to be challenging for me. So he's just readjusted his line to try to form up in front of us. I can go a little bit faster here. Oh. So there's some... Looks like there was a Union division or corps. I wonder if they actually have two corps of about 20,000 men. Well, I'm glad we spotted them now. Even Dr. Seuss has been done. You're not talking about the Mike Myers movie, right? Are they going on to the offensive? Let's see if we can't build some breastworks here. Careful through those woods. Maybe strike his right flank separately. Hitting it. I mean, I would like to maybe get in wedge in between him, but I don't think we'll be able to get there in time. I'm hoping he actually turns to the offensive, and then we can... Because he looks like he wants to attack my right now, which I'm fine with. I think that would be a mistake on his part. Although I can't seem... Alright, the guns here are pretty good. If we need to reposition Rosser, I think... Nope. All right, Nicole's got to stop. They're coming straight down. They want to. Looks like they want to get in on my left. Yeah, let them come. That's what I say. Like hide right here. Yeah, maybe pull back our left a little bit along, and then go along this line, and then the cavalry can guard the road. I've got a few other brigades. Longstreet's division is now more of a reserve, so we can hold the line with Beckham and Gregg. I guess we can guard that creek right there. Let's let them fall back first. Got this large battery here under Rains. I got, yeah, skirmishers are deployed. We have a picket line. We get up here against the creek. This rough terrain is usually pretty defensible. Oh, they got the artillery on their far left. They'll probably try to flank us in the swamp with their artillery. And those damn swamp guns. And they got their skirmishers, so skirmishing, heavy skirmishing on that front there. Well, it looks like they are bringing up some artillery through the woods. So their right hook is... Looks like they're struggling to get over there. Slowly marching. Well, they have massed up right in front of us for a large attack. Counter battery on the soggy bottoms. See if our guns can't drive those skirmishers out. Alright, skirmishers on our left. Why is cable... Need to change your facing. Yeah, they're coming on the left. Should actually throw a long street on the left there. Let's do that. Why don't we get Anderson and Loring over there on the left. We have Donaldson. Well, let's pull back Barksdale, actually. We'll keep Walton nearby if we need to detach him. Toon has lost 138 men. They're engaged heavily. We'll need Donaldson to reinforce our right, though. Toon needs to adjust his line. All right, 500 casualties to our 300. Mostly from Toon, though. Maybe we'll keep Longstreet a little bit closer to our right. Because I have Bragg here I can throw here, plus the cavalry. Although I think I want to move... I feel like we should move back here with our cavalry division. Yeah, all batteries are firing. Far right looks okay. Let's see, Lanes only suffered 20 casualties. Toon's under the most pressure right now. We need to get Donaldson to support these guns. Even Frost right here. Who is that on their far right? Over here? Let's bring those scouts back in. There's, are you talking about right here? The 3 brigades in front of us? Well, it looks like we're doing some damage to the 2nd brigade. Toon heavily engaged with 3rd brigade. Although he's suffering some heavy casualties, it looks like he's getting the better of those Pennsylvanians. We're actually going to halt Longstreet. I need the reinforcements. This attack on our right is pretty heavy. We've broken Hicks, though. That's good. Although, I feel like we can maybe push forward with these 3 brigades. At least Frost and Cable, with Jones maybe swinging around this position, as Winston and Hampton can guard the left flank of that. Does Cable have skirmishers detached? Maybe we can hold Mitchell at bay with some skirmish fire. Although Toon's in a good position, good morale boosted, supported. Donaldson's coming to support. Evan's taking artillery fire, though. Let's see if they can counter here. Alright, he's starting to rack up some heavy casualties. Alright, Barksdale will move forward too with Walton. So Longstreet not going anywhere. He's going to stay put. We need to recall Anderson back. And Loring. For some reason, Marmaduke not disengaging. Let's cancel all orders on the with that cavalry division. Let's bring up the guns. We'll fall back. If we need to just fall back, we'll dismount and fall back. Alright, how's Toon doing? Toon's starting to lose morale, though. Let's see if we can order him to fall back. We'll move Donaldson in place. Yeah, got it. We're gonna bring up just like you asked. Let's bring up Donaldson. We have Barksdale there now. Let's see, is Greg in good? Let's move Greg forward a little bit. Lane in good cover, but taking artillery fire, and Toon falling back. Donaldson needs to get those orders in. Any reserves on the map? I mean, just our local reserves. I mean, nowhere in deep behind. Johnston probably not until late in the day today, so he's got another 2 hours. So yeah, he'll enter the battle around 4 in the afternoon. Hampton's still a day away. Magruder. There's the Soggy Bottom boys. Oh, they actually are getting some flanking fire in. We're going to fall back a little bit. Why isn't that a fallback order? Oh, see, now he's going to get flanking fire. I don't know why there wasn't the flanking order. Alright, there we go. Now we can fall back. Alright, let's see how these guys, the cavalry's doing, dismounted. I think we need to fall back into some cover. Let's see if Trebu's guns can Also stall them. That is a cavalry brigade. He's detached, but it's Tilghman. I've ordered him over to behind here, but he's not listening. He's detached. Try to get some flanking fire from these skirmishers from Frost. So I wonder if the Union will push with these brigades here to keep this line at bay. We've got skirmishers forward, so if we need to use Winston and Hampton to guard this flank, I would like to turn Jones around towards the Union right of this position. It looks like there's some artillery, though. Wonder if you can get some counter battery fire. So got all guns on that lead Union brigade. They've suffered 1,000 casualties. Donaldson's going to be ordered forward to take them out. Those are some brave Union soldiers, though. They are wavering, though. And they are driven back. Yeah, that's a tough nut to crack. Are they firing? Trebuchet guns are not quite firing. I wonder if we can send Walker over to reinforce that left. So 2,400 casualties inflicted to our 1,200. All right, let's move Donaldson a little bit forward. Lane is still in decent condition. He is out of flanking range now. We'll move Barksdale to support that. Toon gets a breather. Thought I had another brigade. Anderson needs to move forward. Those routing troops are in our way. Let's see if we can wipe them out. That got Mitchell's brigade attention there. Marmaduke is wounded. All right. Jackson seems to be doing all right, but his commander just got wounded. Dismount. I think we get some flanking fire on them. Trebuchet's guns needs to hold this first brigade at bay. Let's actually do this. We're going to detach. We're going to see how this works. We're going to detach Loring's brigade to help reinforce our cavalry on our far left. Yeah, because we got this force here. I'm going to see what we can do. That's not a bad idea, definitely. I think we're going to try to see if we can't hit them hard here. If we could get Tilghman to get in the rear of that position, at least maybe try to get that victory objective. I bet you they'd pull back. Lane taking artillery fire now. So is Donaldson. Although that first battery looks like they're wavering. Push forward with the skirmishers against Mitchell. Let's take a look at our cavalry. Jackson's 180 casualties, so he's not suffering a lot. Let's move forward with these guns from under Trebu. Needs to find some good firing range. They wave at you while they fire. Who does? The broken Union brigades. All right, we've edged into the minor victory territory at least. So, at risk of exposing his rear, Jones turns towards Mitchell. Winston is ordered to try to guard that rear flank. Let's move Beckham forward, though. You also have a reserve brigade under Bragg. Short range fire. There's some separation here. See if we can concentrate our fire on... I didn't want to move him forward. Lane moves forward. We're going to try to assault this first brigade. See if we can't get the first brigade to break. The wavering battery waves at you while wavering. They've suffered 656 casualties. Lane has suffered about 500. So it looks like a pretty decent sized force though on our right or on our left. Although the cavalry doing their job holding them at bay. Oh, it looks like we're suffering more casualties. We've fallen to minor defeat level again. Let's have Lane fall back. We'll probably replace Lane with Barksdale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brigades on our left. So they would be able to push that cavalry back with that much firepower. We can send part of Beckham's division to reinforce. Lane falling back. Uh-oh. Think I accidentally hit Greg. I was trying to order this artillery piece. Right, Frost in heavy action against the 2nd Brigade. So lots of firing right there on our right. Although it looks like it worked to our advantage a little bit. Let's pull Lane back though. So what we don't want Lane to break and then cause panic in the lines. Frost under artillery fire. Union did a good job wheeling back though and refusing their right flank. That makes our flank attack a little bit more challenging. Walker going to try to line up around this railroad cut. Jenkins has withdrawn. Jackson has not suffered any more casualties. He's still at 180. Although I want to pull back. As I see a lot of infantry coming down that road. See, how's Frost doing? He 106 casualties. He's probably getting fire from those guns right there. Wonder if we can counter battery fire. I'm going to send Anderson over here to reinforce the center. Although we got 2 Union brigades breaking in front of us. It might be a skirmisher detachment there. Donaldson earned himself a perk. Alright, so there's remains 3 batteries in front of us though, with supported by 2 infantry brigades. Although this 2nd brigade looks like they might be wavering. Let's see if we can't get some fire down on them. Nichols' battery is firing on them. I want to get some more firepower. Maybe we'll call back Toon to attack that Union brigade. Here, Barksdale will attack that Union brigade. It looks like Lane is starting to actually break now. Short range is the most accurate. That makes sense. All right, I changed it to short range fire as soon as they push forward. Winston low on ammunition. So we got these 4 brigades protecting our left. It might be a 2-day battle. So Tilghman never moved. We're going to move forward with Cabell and Frost. Although their left is breaking. It is March, so yeah, the daylight, there's still daylight, but the battle day usually ends a lot quicker because it's still winter, early spring. Still have 3rd Brigade in our way. All right, Lane's going to sit this one out for a little bit. Tune. We actually want Barksdale to... He might be called upon to try to take these guns. We'll see if we can get any counter battery fire on that position. Wonder if Raines can turn his guns on that, those in the flank of those Union position right there. Sometimes it's weird. I get a mixed bag. Sometimes they're very responsive when they're detached. Sometimes not. I'm going to try to put pressure on that Union right flank. Well, center right. Someone's really low. Oh, those are just Winston's skirmishers. We'll call them back. All right, so we are starting to rack up the casualty numbers against the Union position. I might have to assault those guns with Donaldson, though. Although they are falling back. Right, we're going to try to charge those guns with Donaldson while Barksdale keeps this Union infantry brigade at bay. They're in good condition. Well, there's Union orders one other Union brigade up front. Donaldson might be in trouble, though. All right. So Donaldson breaks, though. That was a very aggressive attack, though. We did about 1,000 Out of all of that, I think we inflicted about 1,000 in casualties, though. Expert scout perk for behind the lines scouting. All right, let's see if we can't rally and get them out of there. 400 casualties in that assault. Oh, we need to move Walton forward to reinforce that position. Looks like the Union far right has stalled out. All right, Barksdale under artillery fire now, and because Donaldson is broken, they're starting to cause some morale issues. Let's see if Walton can help structure the line. Donaldson's captured guns, though, remain in the middle there. Let's see if he can cause some havoc. Okay, Donaldson. Oh, Donaldson is whipped. That's not good. I think it was just I think it was Donaldson's guns that were whipped. Nope, I think he is actually whipped. I mean, that hurt a little bit, but we've inflicted 9,500 casualties on the Union position there. Oh, Donaldson's right here. He's fine. So we got Jones, Cabell, and Anderson. I'd like to adjust Cabell. Frost is hitting the Union far left from the flank there. We made an aggressive attack, and they were able to hold, though. I feel like Barksdale is getting the brunt of the guns here. Maybe we can take these guns. Let's try an assault column. We'll bring in Lane to support. Let's see what Barksdale can do. Remaining confident, 75% morale. I really want to grab those guns. They're not in the swamp, so I think I can take them. Morale down to 65%. Ah, but they broke. They didn't suffer as many casualties, though. We didn't lose that many men in that assault. We managed to wipe out a Union detachment, though. Steedman's detachment. Oh, look at this. Rousseau and is that Sumner have broken. Oh, in charge. Well, isn't that if doesn't that what the alt button does? That puts them in charge automatically, right? I never set the order to charge because the alt button does that. Or am I mistaken? Looks like the Union right or the Union left is crumbling though. I've gotten so used to just holding the alt button down that Tilghman finally decided to join the party. After he's kind of watched and seen, oh, it looks like they're wavering. I'll go in now. I've starting to grown accustomed to using the assault column. I think if you have a feeling that the enemy is breaking, assault column does the trick. But I've seen assault columns get wiped out too. Alright, so nightfall is about to happen. We'd like to try to finish this before the end of the day. Oh, we're going to hit end of the day. Who's wounded? Sanders is wounded. This is going to be kind of messy. All right, let's reorganize this. Beckham, Greg, Longstreet. I don't think any of our Johnston's here now. Oh, nice. You can go down this road. The battle might be over before he even arrives. Did they get reinforcements? No. It doesn't look like they did. We'll keep Beckham in the center. We'll see if we can't eliminate this part of the army here. See, Toon, Lane, Donaldson is winded though. Getting hungry. So I really only want to use Frost and Cabell. Oh, Cabell is part of Greg's division? I wonder if he'll try to attack our center here. Loring will just guard the road. That's what I usually do. So, are you talking about this? With the right mouse button click? Actually, I'm going to pull Loring over here. Alright, why don't we try to finish this off? Maybe we'll throw some earthworks here. To protect our left. Right mouse button click and lay on unit to attack is what the manual says. Got this one unit right here. What? The rebels are excited. You can hear them, though. Like, they can feel it in their bones. They got this. Oh, what? Okay, he's repositioning. Let's see if Nichols is firing. We're going to fire right on Benton there. Well, why are you taking that path? See if we can get Bragg's fresh troops. He's out of range. Where's Beckham going? Yeah, they've been yelling all night. We will order Walker's division down the road. Although I have a feeling this is going to end before they get to participate in the fighting. You never know. Got 3 brigades here. They still have a well-organized force on our left flank. So I guess I can't assume. We've actually created a our own little salient here, so unfortunately their left flank is pretty demoralized. Oh wow, we made quick work of Benton there. See if we can't wipe them out. You're hollering like that? I never really imagined that viewers would be hooting and hollering. I'm glad you boys get up for that. Yeehaw. Let's watch some Grand Tactician. It looks like they are going to try to assault us. Why aren't they in better positioning on the earthworks you worked so hard to form? Oh. We'll block the road. Let's actually move Jones over here. College baseball. Yeah, baseball's weird in the sense because everyone gets, the really, really good ones get drafted right away into the minors. Waring is firing at Sherman. Ooh, they're gonna make it, they're gonna try to go for that victory point. Here, why don't you boys come over here to the Evans farm, and it'll be quiet. It'll be real quiet there. Oh, college football. Yeah, college football is huge in college football is huge in the Midwest. I'm in Big Ten country. Let's not talk about Big Ten and SEC. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. You were talking about Georgia. Congratulations on the Georgia win. Come on, let's get that major victory here. 14,000 casualties. Looks like they do have one brigade guarding the victory objective. That's the one thing that's holding us back right now is victory points. Oh, they do have... We need to take those guns. Ooh, Anderson panicked. Why are you panicking now? We got this one in the bag. Yeah, I think we will. I think we will get the major. Yeah, is that Sherman that broke against... No, that's a different brigade. Second brigade is wiped out. I'm surprised that didn't put them over the major victory threshold. Who, Tilly? At the redeployment phase, he was back behind our lines, so he wasn't there. I have him chasing down some routed units. See how this entrenched position is working. Oh, he's flanked. Hampton's flanked. Alright, so we're almost at the very edge of the victory bar. 18,000 casualties on the Union side. Enemy is retreating. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rack up the... Got the major. Let's see how the assault columns work. But D.R. Jones is completely... Well, he fought himself out of range. I can't even order him. Okay, there we go. All right, well, major victory, Battle of Elkton. 20,000 casualties, so 33% at our... So not a bad battle. I'd like to improve our Sumner's detachments wiped out. I'd like to improve our losses ourselves, but that's 5,000 men out of 87,000 total. Yeah, post some stuff up on the Patreon if you so choose about the you're talking about your economic campaign. Battle of Elkton ended March 27, 1862 with a Confederate major victory. We'll see what this does to Union national morale as we are very close to victory. Overall victory. Yeah, the game has a lot of polish on that side of things. Even the music, even though I've been playing with the music off. General Harney loses face. I wonder if Lincoln will replace him. Officer loss report. Marmaduke and Sanders wounded. So that dips them down to 28 national morale. I only have a little bit more time here, but let's see if we can't try to get that victory. Oh, where did this Union army come from? 21,000. There might be another battle. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Oh, those are... I think someone was talking about... This might be a bug. These are a bunch of brigades. George Stewart about to enter Columbus. We'll do field telegraph. Let's try to get Kirby Smith to occupy Columbus with the cavalry. We can move Crawford out to Dayton because we have Daniels now who can guard Cincinnati. Okay, they're going for Cincinnati. Kirby Smith's orders have changed. Yeah, there's some nice pictures of Beef Wellington on the Patreon page. So John Abercrombie decides to sacrifice his corps. Well, actually, no. He'll have an advantage in numbers for a couple hours until Daniel's corps arrives in 4 hours. All right, well, we're going to start the battle, but I think I'm going to have to end the stream a little bit earlier today. And then we will try to finish this probably Monday next week. Yeah, that Duke Wellington actually looked delicious. Delicious. All right. Let's see what we got here. Right now, we only have Crawford's corps of only about 19,000 men. So I think the enemy has 35,000 against the 19,000. So we are going to have to defend. Oh, look at the victory objective outside our... Oh, no. Okay. The range goes all the way down to here. Okay. But we have several objectives to defend. Duke Wellington. Did I say Duke Wellington looked really good? Or did I say the Beef Wellington? Duke Wellington looked delicious. I'm talking about the Beef Wellington. But the Duke Wellington, it looks delicious too sometimes. Don't mind what I'm saying. Ignore the man behind the curtain. All right. Well, their union will probably be coming from the east. So my thought is probably we can defend here and here. We'll throw scouts along the road by the Davidson farm to see if they try to out hook us. All right, we're actually going to end the stream here today. I know it's a little bit shorter than normal. If I do a stream before next Monday, I will let you guys know on the Patreon page, and I will schedule it that day. So always check the channel for. I will try to, for these streams, I will try to schedule those in advance. So you'll always see that. Yeah, I think they should be marching through here. So I don't know where their zone will set up. So it depends on how far his zone goes in. We'll watch that far right. But if he tries to attack to the north, he can't enter. The closest he can enter is right here, right? So, and it looks like their only pathway into the map is from the far east. Oh, and I guess they could be coming from the southeast as well. All right, well, we're going to save it here. We'll pick it up on the next one. And I do appreciate your guys' time. If you're new to the stream and enjoyed it, I appreciate any kind of, hitting that like button, subbing to the page or channel. I do appreciate everyone's time. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.